everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Monk is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Westbrook, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, he is so tough to guard without fouling because he's aggressively attacking you at all times. And one of the great things about Westbrook, he's high motor all day, every day.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Now here is Harris. Outside for Durant. Outside Griffin. 5 to shoot. Irving for 3. He can't get that one, and the Lakers will go the other way with it.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class, Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5-stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
And Monk made second-team All-American in his only year with the Wildcats, looking unstoppable on many occasions.
I mean, he just overwhelmed college opponents with his athleticism. But you get to the NBA, you find out how many great athletes are in this league. That's when you have to retool aspects of your game, which is what Monk is in the process of doing.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Both free throws good from Griffin. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Now here is Davis. From the high post. Second shot opportunity. No good from Howard.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Lakers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Monk. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. 1:14 left to play here in the first. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I got a chance to chat a little bit with Frank Vogel. He talked about the matchup problems Kevin Durant poses for them. He pointed out that it's always tricky because you can't be as physical with him as you'd like to, since Durant's automatic at the free throw line. So while he wants his guys to be aggressive on KD, they'll also need to be smart above all else. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's James. Kevin Durant picking up that last pass. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Westbrook finds James. Off target from three-point range.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Lakers trailed by 5. Down low. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Paul Millsap. Mills out there with Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's KD in at the 3 slot. The kick out to Brown. But they recover it. Durant, the pass to Brown. And the Nets miss again. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 5. Pass to Anthony. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it on the wing. Brown. That doesn't go either for Brown. And here's Los Angeles. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. That free throw good from Anthony.
And, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Anthony.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Mills looking it over. The pass to KD. Back to Mills. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Anthony with it. He's picked up by KD. Ellington kicks to Rondo. Shoots over Mills. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Rajon Rondo.
And when he's knocking down these shots, it makes this team super dangerous. You got to respect the touch there by Rondo.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Jordan. LeBron comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Kendrick Nunn. Here's Griffin. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Irving. Over Rondo. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Irving's got his first points of the game.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart pass. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here is Davis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's James. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
The Lakers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Free throw good, James.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Malik Monk comes in for Rajon Rondo. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Oh, Griffin in position, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Here's Westbrook, and that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Westbrook's got the lead up to 1 now for the Lakers. The Nets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Harden for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. In the corner, it's James. Offensive rebound. Davis finds James. Out to the right wing. Monk for 3. That one misses. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, up by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. You could see them develop a sense of urgency in the second quarter, and it got them a 1-point lead here at halftime. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Man, their fans know how to give their team a lift.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back. Kevin Harlan. Go. Over there.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Punk is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Howard in at the 5. Pass to Durant. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Passes it to Monk. Now here's Howard. Davis surveying the floor. 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook. Nice defense from KD.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Here's Anthony. Great D that time from Griffin. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a one-point game. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. You can see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Anthony up on top, defended by Durant. Nunn passes to James. And it's off from three-point range. The Nets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. No coverage that time. Griffin's got 7 points.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Here's Nunn. They need this, and it's good on the way in.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And he makes that one.
When you've got the kind of game and shot Durant has, you don't lack for confidence. He is ready to catch and fire whenever he gets the opportunity.
KD against James. The pass to Anthony. Shoots over Griffin. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Outside Durant. Pass to Mills. The 3. That shot no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Millsap in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Nets with the lead. Harris outside. And on the way from Irving for 3. No good that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Monk. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Harden's shot is off.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Deft touch on the alley-oop. And this game is tied up now.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Harden bounce pass. And it's Johnson that time on the assist from Harden. And the Nets lead by 2.
Nobody better at running the screen and roll than Harden. He's conniving, creative, pacing, spacing, all of that on display. Incredible in the pick and roll.
Bazemore for 3. It's good from long range. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. And the jam by Harden.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Irving from long range. That one, no good. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 1. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 1. 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
James checked in for Kent Bazemore. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for James Johnson. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David. Harden outside. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 2. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
LeBron with it. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
They had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
I agree with you. Time is not on their side, but that's really their only hope, so I'm sure that's what they'll try to do.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.